नारायणं पद्मभुवं वसिष्ठं शक्तिं च तत्पुत्रपराशरं च व्यासं शुकं गौडपदं महान्तं गोविन्दयोगीन्द्रमथास्य शिष्यं श्रीशङ्कराचार्यमथास्य पद्मपादं च हस्तामलकं च शिष्यम् तन्तोटकं वार्तिककारमन्यान् अस्मद्गुरून् सन्ततमानतोऽस्मि। अध्याय 18 श्लोक 50। सिद्धिं प्राप्तो यथा ब्रह्म तथाप्नोति निबोध मे। समासेनैव कौन्तेय निष्ठा ज्ञानस्य या परा। तस्मात् अविद्याध्यारोपण निराकरणमात्रं ब्रह्मणि कर्तव्यं न तु ब्रह्मज्ञाने यत्नः। अत्यन्तप्रसिद्धत्वात् the Siddhanti stated that the Brahman is already evident. Atyanta prasiddha. Therefore, there is no need for a knowledge which makes the Brahman evident, because Brahman is already evident. Then what has to be accomplished? On account of avidya, the body, mind, senses, etc. are superimposed on the Brahman. It has to be negated. Therefore, the effort required in the pursuit of moksha is to get rid of the avidya as well as all that is superimposed by the avidya. Tasmat, therefore, avidyadhyaropana nirakarana matram brahmani kartavyam. What has to be done is brahmani avidyadhyaropana nirakarana matram. Just the nirakaranam, negation of avidyadhyaropana, the superimposition caused by avidya. Nato brahmajnane yatnaha, brahmajnane yatnaha na kartavyaha. Effort need not be made in order to make the Brahman evident. Here brahmajnana means making the Brahman evident. In that, effort is not needed. Atyanta prasiddhatvat, because Brahman is atyanta prasiddha, very much evident. Avidya kalpita नामरूप विशेष आकार अपहृत बुद्धित्वात् अत्यंत प्रसिद्धम सुविज्ञेयम आसन्नतरम आत्मभूतम अपि अप्रसिद्धम दुर्विज्ञेयम अतिदूरम अन्यदिव च प्रतिभाति अविवेकिनाम. If Brahman is atyanta prasiddha, then why we are not aware of the Brahman, and why we are not getting the benefit of being the Brahman? Bhashyakara says, it is because our buddhi is apahrita, our buddhi is hijacked, kidnapped, caught up by various external factors. Avidya kalpita, projected by avidya. What is projected by avidya? Namarupa visheshakara. The various namarupas. Apahrita buddhitvat. Since our mind is apahrita, pulled by various namarupa, on account of that, atyanta prasiddham, even though the Brahman is atyanta prasiddha, very much evident, suvidneyam, since it is atyanta prasiddha, Brahman can be easily known. Asannataram, very close, very proximate. Why very proximate? Atmabhutam, Brahman is the very Atma, the very self. Therefore, in spite of that, avivekinam, for avivekis, aprasiddham, Brahman is aprasiddha. For them it appears to be aprasiddha, non-evident. Durvijneyam, very difficult to know. Atiduram, very far. Anyat ivacha, it is other than the Atma. Iva, the Iva should be connected with everything. Aprasiddham iva, durvijneyam iva, atiduram iva, anyat iva cha, pratibhati. For them it appears so. For ajnanis it seems so. Why? Because of avidya kalpita nama rupa visheshakara aparhita buddhitvat. Because their buddhi is hijacked by the namarupa visheshakara, various namarupa vishesha, which are projected by avidya. Namarupa vishesha includes body, mind, etc. Bhashyakara nivritta buddhinantu labdha gurvatma prasadanam na ataha param sukham suprasiddham सुविज्ञेयं स्वासन्नम् अस्ति तथा च उक्तं प्रत्यक्षावगमं धर्म्यम् इत्यादि. For ajnanis, the Atma is as though aprasiddha. It is not evident for them. Whereas those who have attained Atma Jnana and thereby their ajnana is removed, for them there is nothing more evident than Brahman. For an ajnani, Brahman is not at all evident, but for a jnani, nothing is more explicit than Brahman. There is a story of Ramakrishna and Vivekananda. Vivekananda asked Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, "Have you seen God?" Then Ramakrishna Paramahamsa gives an answer, "I have seen God better than I am seeing you." Means for a jnani, Brahman is the most evident thing. Because even before any Nama Rupa becomes evident, the Brahman is evident. Therefore, Bhashyakara Nivritta Buddhinantu Labdha Gurvatma Prasadana Labdha Gurvatma Prasadana, those who have attained the prasada, the grace of the Guru, as well as the Atma, as well as the Ishvara, Ishvara Kripa and Guru Kripa, they have attained both these. And on account of that, Bhashyakara Nivritta Buddhinam, their buddhi, their understanding is turned away from the Bhashyakara, the external forms, Namarupa, meaning they have understood that the Namarupa is Mithya. Only the Brahman is Satya. Only the Atma is Satya. For them, Ataha Param Sukham Na Asti. There is no greater happiness than the Brahman. Sukham, Suprasiddham. Brahman is most Suprasiddha. Brahman is the most Prasiddha for them, most evident. Nothing else is as evident as Brahman. And nothing else is as easily knowable than Brahman. Suprasiddham and Suvijneyam. Nothing else is more easily knowable than Brahman for them. And nothing is more asanna, swasanna, more proximate than Brahman. Brahman is the most proximate. Na asti. Ataha param. Greater than this means greater than Brahman. Suprasiddham suvijneyam swasannam sukham na asti. There is no sukha, there is no happiness which is more suprasiddha, more suvijneya and more swasanna. means Brahman is the Sukha. They have found the Sukha in Brahman. They have discovered that Brahman is the Ananda Swarupa. And they have also found that Brahman is most suprasiddha, most evident, swasannam, most proximate, because it is the Atma itself, and it is suvidneya, it is easily knowable. Tathacha uktam, this has been stated in Bhagavad Gita itself regarding Atma Jnana. It has been stated Pratyakshaavagamam dharmyam iti. Pratyakshaavagamam. The Brahman can be known directly. Brahmajnana can be experienced directly. When the Brahmajnana happens, you know that the Jnana has happened, and it is very much possible. Brahmajnana is also known directly, and the Jnana Phala is also experienced directly. केचित्तु पंडितं मन्याः निराकारत्वात् आत्मवस्तु न उपैति बुद्धिः अतः दुस्साध्या सम्यग्ज्ञाननिष्ठा इत्याहुः. केचित्तु पंडितं मन्याः, some people who consider themselves as panditas, who consider themselves as learned ones, wise ones. Panditam atmanam manyante iti panditam manyaha. Atmamane khasya is the sutra. Atmamane khasya. Those who consider themselves as pandita are called panditam manya. When khash happens, then there is a mum agama. Pandita mum agama happens. So kechit panditam manyaha. Some people who think themselves as panditas, what do they think? Nirakaratvat buddhihi atmavastu na upaiti. Since Atma is nirakara, Atma does not have akara. This is true. We agree. Therefore, buddhihi atmavastu na upaiti. The buddhi does not understand the atmavastu. Ataha, therefore, dussadhya samyajnana nishtha ityahuhu. Therefore, they say it is not possible to get samyajnana nishtha. Jnana nishtha is not at all possible because the buddhi cannot know the Atma. Why buddhi cannot know the Atma? Because Atma is nirakara. Ityahuhu. This is Purva Paksha, another Purva Paksha. Then Siddhanti says, Satyam evam Guru Sampradaya Rahitanam Ashruta Vedantanam Atyanta Bahirvishayasakta Buddhinam Samyak Pramaneshu Akrtashamanam Tadviparithanantu Laukikagrahya Grahaka Dvaitavastuni Sadbuddhihi Nitaram Dussampadya Atma Chaitanya Vyatirekena Vastvantarasya Anupalabdhehe. Yeah. Siddhanti partially agrees with the Purva Pakshi. Satyam evam, it is true. This is an ardha sammati, not a full agreement. What you are saying is true. Yeah. In what way it is true? Those who do not take refuge at the Guru and Sampradaya, for them the Atma cannot be understood. Therefore, for them, Samyajnana Nishtha is not possible. Guru Sampradaya Rahitanam, those who don't have Guru Sampradaya, they do not have a Guru at all, or even if they have a Guru, the Guru does not know Sampradaya. How to teach the Brahman, they don't know. He is an upstart Guru, self-proclaimed Guru. So, Guru Sampradaya Rahitana, those who do not have Guru and Sampradaya, and therefore they have not done Shavana, Ashruta Vedantana, those who have not done Vedanta Shavana, Shrutaha Vedantaha Yaihi Te Shrutavedantaha Na Shrutavedantaha Ashrutavedantaha. They have not done Shavana properly. For such people, and also Atyanta Bahirvishayasakta Buddhinam, if their mind is very much interested in external objects, Atyanta Bahirvishaya Asakta Buddhinam. So, for such people, even if they do Shavana, they will not get. Either they don't have Sampradaya, Guru Sampradaya Rahita, and therefore Ashruta Vedanta. Even if they are Shruta Vedanta, sometimes they may not understand, they may not get the Jnana Nishtha, because their mind is attracted by external objects. Samyak Pramaneshu Akrita Shamana, even if they have all the previous ones, they have not done enough effort. Samyak Pramaneshu Akrita Shamana, Pramaneshu, in the Pramanas, meaning in the Vedanta Pramana, as well as all the other Pramanas that support it, like Anumana, etc. They have not done enough Shama, they have not put enough effort they have heard superficially. Even then, jnana is not possible. Tad viparitanantu, on the other hand, tad viparitanam, those who are on the contrary, meaning those who have got vairagya, etc., sadhana chatushtaya, and they have done savana properly, such people, they get atmajnana nishtha in such a way that even if somebody says external objects are real, they will not accept. ಶ್ರೀ ಲೌಕಿಕ ಗ್ರಾಹ್ಯ ಗ್ರಾಹಕ ದ್ವೈತ ವಸ್ತುನಿ ಸದ್ಬುದ್ಧಿ ನಿತರಾಂ ದುಸ್ಸಂಪಾದ್ಯ. It is impossible to get sadbuddhi. It is impossible to get satyatva buddhi in the duality for such people. Means their satyatva buddhi in the dualistic universe is gone for good. ಲೌಕಿಕ ಗ್ರಾಹ್ಯಗ್ರಾಹಕ ದ್ವೈತ ವಸ್ತುದಿ, in the dvaita vastu, dvaita prapancha, which is laukika, it is the laukika, it belongs to the loka, and it is in the form of grahya grahaka, perceiver and perceived, subject object duality. The subject object duality, which is the dvaita, in that sadbuddhi means satyatva buddhi, this is real, this thought, nitaram dussampadya, it cannot be arrived at all. It is impossible to have, because atma chaitanya vyatirekena, other than atma chaitanya, vastvantarasya anupalabdhehe, they do not see any other reality. They do not see any other reality than atma chaitanya. यथा च एतत् एवमेव न अन्यथा इति अवोचाम. यथा च एतत् एवमेव, it is like this only, na anyatha, it is not otherwise. Means advaita alone is satya, not dvaita. Iti avocham, this we have already explained earlier, how only ekamevadvitiyam is satya, dvaita is not real. This has been already explained before. Uktancha bhagavata yasyan jagrati bhutani sa nisha पश्यतो मुनेः इति उक्तञ्च भगवता, it has been stated by Bhagavan himself, यस्यां जाग्रति भूतानि सा निशा पश्यतो मुनेः इति. In chapter 2 this has been told, meaning what is taken as reality by ajnanis is unreal for ajnani. तस्मात् बाह्याकार भेद बुद्धि निवृत्ति एव आत्मस्वरूपालंबने Karanam tasmat. Therefore, Bhashyakara Bheda Buddhi Nivrittihi Eva. Only the removal of the Bheda Buddhi, the dualistic understanding, which is based on the Bhahyakara, which is based on the external forms, the duality of the external forms, taking it as real, it has to be removed. And it is the Karana, the means for Atma Swarupalambana, abiding in the nature of Atma. When the reality attributed to the external objects is negated, then what remains is only Atma. And that is the Atma Swarupa Alambana, Atma Swarupa Nishtha. And that is nothing but the Jnana Nishtha. Therefore, in order to get the Jnana Nishtha, you don't have to get a new experience of the Atma. Instead, negate the Anatma. The Anatma Nishedha is the way to get Atma Jnana Nishtha, Samyak Darshana Nishtha. Nahi Atma Nama Kasyachit Kadachit Aprasiddha Prapyaha Heyaha Upadeyo Va. So why it is so? Why only negation of the Anatma is required? Bhashyakara once again says, because Atma Nama, Atma which is Prasiddha, Nama indicates Prasiddhi, Atma which is Prasiddha, which is evident, Kasyachit, for anybody, Kadachit, at any point of time, Atma does not become Aprasiddha. Atma does not become non-evident for anyone. Now I am not seeing myself. Now I have lost myself. I don't know whether I am there or not. All these things don't happen. And Atma is never prapyaha. Atma is never to be reached or attained. You don't have to get the Atma by going somewhere, because Atma is prapta. It is already prapta. Therefore, it never becomes a prapya. And it is neither heya nor upadeya. You don't have to receive it from somebody. It is not upadeya. It is not to be accepted, and it cannot be rejected also. Any other thing, either we have to accept it or reject it. What we want, we have to accept, like any phala, any desirable result, we accept it. Unlike that, Atma is not upadeya. Atma need not be received or accepted from outside. And Atma cannot be rejected also. I don't want Atma. Let the Atma go away. It doesn't happen. Therefore, Atma is already there, Nitya Siddha. Aprasiddhe hi tasmin Atmani asvarthaha sarvaha pravrittayaha vyarthaha prasajjeran. Yeah. Na cha dehadi अचेतनार्थत्वं शक्यं कल्पयितुं न च सुखार्थं सुखं दुःखार्थं वा दुःखं. Yeah. Now Bhashyakara presents one more reason to show that Atma is evident. One more reason is given. One more logic to understand that the Atma is evident. There are many pravrittis happening in this body, mind, senses. So many functions are happening in our sthula sharira as well as sukshma sharira. For whose sake are these pravrittis? For whose sake these pravrittis are done? These actions are done. See, any pravritti, any functioning of insentient objects is meant for a sentient being. For example, the car moves. For whose sake the car is moving? It is for the sake of someone who is sitting in the car. The car does not move for its own sake. I have to go and eat something. The car does not go. The pravritti of the car is meant for the Chetana Tattva sitting in the car. In the same manner, the pravritti of the body, mind, senses, etc. should be meant for an Atma Tattva, which is the Chaitanya. If that Chaitanya is not evident, then these pravrittis would not have been there at all. See, aprasiddhehi tasmin atmani. If that Atma is aprasiddha, then sarvaha pravrittayaha, all the pravrittis, aswarthaha, they would have been meant for nobody. You cannot explain for whose sake the pravrittis are done. Aswarthaha means anatmarthaha. They are not meant for the Atma. Means if Atma is not prasiddha, you cannot say that the pravrittis are meant for the Atma. See, if you are doing something, you should know that the one for who you are doing that is there. Suppose you are cooking. For who you are cooking? If you don't know that there is somebody for who you are cooking, your cooking cannot be explained. Who is going to eat? So before you start cooking, you should know how many people are there to eat. So who all are there today? You will find out. Then only you will start cooking. In the same manner, if Atma is not prasiddha, then the pravrittis are meant for who? It cannot be explained. So it will become aswartha. It will not be meant for the Atma because Atma is not prasiddha. In that case, sarvaha pravrittayaha vyarthaha prasajjeran. All pravrittis, all activities in the body, etc., will become vyartha, futile, redundant. Then Purvapakshi may say, the pravrittis are meant for body, etc. We can explain that the pravrittis of the body, etc., are meant for the body, etc. Then Siddhanti says, न च देहादि अचेतनार्थत्वं शक्यं कल्पयितुं. The pravrittis are meant for deha, etc. We cannot say this because no pravritti happens for achetana. For the sake of the insentient, for the sake of the achetana, no pravritti happens. The car does not go somewhere for the sake of the car itself. Any pravritti happens for the sake of chetana. So, dehadi acetanarthatvam न कल्पयितुं शक्यम. प्रवृत्तीनां प्रवृत्तीनां देहादि अचेतनार्थत्वं कल्पयितुं न शक्यम. Therefore, the prasiddhi of the Atma has to be accepted. Only then the pravrittis of the body, etc., can be explained. Then somebody may try to say, the pravritti is meant for sukha and dukkha. The pravritti of the body, etc., is meant for sukha and dukkha, pleasure and pain. Then you have to ask him, then for whose sake is pleasure? Whose sake is sukha? You cannot say sukha is meant for sukha itself. Pleasure is meant for pleasure itself, you cannot say. There has to be some bhokta for who the pleasure is meant. You cannot say the sweet is for the sake of the sweet only. Sweet will eat the sweet. Food will eat the food. You cannot say. Nacha sukhartham sukham. The sukha, yeah, the sukha cannot be meant for sukha itself. And dukkhartham va dukkham. The dukkha cannot be meant for the dukkha itself. Therefore, there has to be someone who receives the sukha and dukkha. And he has to be prasiddha. He has to be evident. This is another reason why we have to accept that Atma is prasiddha. It is another logic. आत्मावगत्यवसानार्थत्वाच्च आत्मावगति अवसानार्थत्वाच्च सर्वव्यवहारस्य Yeah, one more reason why Atma is Prasiddha. In the Shastra, in the Veda, all the Vyavaharas, means all the Shastriya Vyavaharas, are aimed at Atma Jnana. There is a sutra in Brahma Sutras. There is an Adhikarana. The Adhikarana is called Sarvapekshadhikaranam. The sutra in the beginning of this Adhikarana is Sarvapeksha cha yajnadishruterashvavat. This sutra is based on another Shruti Vakya. Tametam vedanuvachanena brahmana vividishanti yajnena danena tapasana shakema. That means all the yajnas, dana, and tapas enjoined in the Shastra, they are meant for understanding the Atma Jnana, Atma Jnana Nishtha. This has been established in Brahma Sutra. And now the Bhashyakara is making a reference to that. Atmavagatyavasanarthatvacha sarvavyavaharasya. Sarvavyavaharasya. All the vyavaharas. Here vyavahara stands for Shastriya Vyavahara, meaning yajna, etc. They are meant for Atma Avagati. They culminate in Atma Avagati. They culminate in Atma Jnana. They culminate in Jnana Nishtha. And even because of that reason, Jnana Nishtha is possible. Samyak Jnanam is possible. Even because of that reason, the objection raised by Purvapakshi that Samyak Jnana Nishtha is not possible is not in accordance with the Shastra. Because if Atmajnana is not possible at all, then entire Veda will become redundant. Tasmat yatha swadehasya परिच्छेदाय न प्रमाणान्तरापेक्षा ततोपि आत्मनः अंतरतमत्वात् तदवगतिं प्रति न प्रमाणान्तरापेक्षा तस्मात्. Therefore means since Atma is Prasiddha, therefore there is no requirement of pramana for making the Atma evident. For this, Bhashyakara gives an example. Even to know that your body is there, you don't need another pramana. Whether my body is sitting here or not, how should I know whether my body is sitting here or not? Should I call and ask somebody in Bombay, can you tell me whether I am sitting here or not? I don't have to ask anybody. I don't need another praman for that. I am here. My body is experienced by me because it is very proximate. When it is so, when even for knowing the presence of my body, I don't need a pramana. The Atma is even inner to the body. even inner, because Atma is the Sakshi of the body also. Atma is the knower of the body also. Therefore, there is no need for another pramana to know that Atma is there. See, yatha, just as swadehasya parichedaya, in order to know one's own body, na pramanantarapeksha, there is no need for another pramana. Tatopi atmanah antaratamatvat, even with respect to the body, mind, sense, etc., the Atma is antaratama. Atma is innermost. Therefore, tad avagatim prati, in order to know that, na pramanantarapeksha, there is no use of another pramana. Means pramana is not needed to make the Atma evident. Iti, on account of this, Atmajnana-nishtha vivekinam suprasiddha iti siddham. The Atmajnana-nishtha vivekinam suprasiddha. It is well known for a viveki. Means for a viveki, it is directly experienceable. The Jnana-nishtha is directly experienceable, achievable. Iti siddham. This is established. ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्तिः 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 हरिः ॐ श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ॐ